Is there anything that audiences love more than remakes of classic, beloved films? I can actually think of a fair few things. This seems to be a trend that's been happening in the movie theater for the past few decades. Have you guys ever noticed that every movie coming out is either a sequel, a remake, or an adaptation of some other story? And Disney seems to be the biggest offender of all. Not only have they remade a ton of their Renaissance films, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Beauty and the Beast, The Lion King, Aladdin, Mulan, and the list goes on, but they've also started rebooting some of their old franchises, namely Star Wars and Indiana Jones.
Come and gone. Perhaps not.
Of course, Star Wars wasn't theirs when it was good, but that is neither here nor there. And now, Indiana Jones seems to be taking the brunt of this treatment, which, now that I think about it, that wasn't good when Disney owned it either. Both franchises were acquired when Disney bought Lucasfilm. That can't be a coincidence. If you want to hear more about how fans are responding to rumors about the fifth Indiana Jones movie, keep watching. Hint, people don't like it. People are really throwing a fit online. I suppose there's still some hope, since the movie hasn't premiered yet, but if we are to believe the rumors, it's not looking good.
Hey, old man! Professor, hello?
Francisco de Orellana disappeared into the Amazon looking for it in 1546.
So what are these rumors? What's all the drama about? Most of it comes from the results of several test screenings. Well, one ending that was tested out was that Harrison Ford passes on the torch to a new lead for the franchise, Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Yeah, Fleabag. Can you guys see Fleabag as the new Indy? I don't think that would work exactly. It seems like Disney does want to write Harrison Ford out of the franchise. And honestly, I can see why. He's in his 80s, and filming these movies must be hard on him at his age. There are some rumors that editing will simply cut around any close-up shots of his face, or that he will be in heavy de-aging makeup. You know, like those Liam Neeson films that turned out so well.
I throw you the whip. Give me the whip. Adios, señor.
Another ending that bombed during screenings was Harrison Ford being killed off. At this time, we don't know for sure if Harrison Ford will live at the end or be replaced. It seems as though the better option would be to simply let the franchise end, but that's just my opinion. That doesn't seem likely though. Disney has to make bank somehow, right? I mean, I know I'm rooting for Disney to make a profit. How else will they stay afloat? Kidding, obviously. Disney is richer than God. They will be just fine to let these movies end. Not only that, but Disney does best when making content for children and families. Some may argue that indie could be included under that umbrella. But how many times has Disney promised us a gritty story and then let us down by not taking risks? Or by being outright offensive. This is especially true, knowing that the last indie movie did poorly in the box office and with fans. Most fans agree that the original trilogy was a perfect story with perfect arcs and a perfect ending. But then Spielberg, the director of the franchise, decided to milk it and make Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And we all know how that turned out. It was bad. And guys, no matter your personal opinion on Steven Spielberg as a person, no one can argue that he has made some of the best movies the world has ever seen. So the fifth one has something going for it, right? Well, maybe not, since Spielberg is not going to be directing the fifth movie. James Mangold will be directing this film. If you don't know who he is, well, I suppose I wouldn't blame you because I didn't either. He directed a film called Ford vs. Ferrari, so I guess we can say at least this won't be this guy's first movie. Ugh, this is just getting worse and worse. But, you know, maybe this guy will do all right. Let's keep looking into what we know. We also have information that Bob Iger, Disney's CEO, has mentioned that this film won't be a one-off. Well, what does that mean? We also know that Disney has said that this will be the last indie movie. That could explain some of those tested endings. Perhaps this film was meant to set up Fleabag as the new lead to kickstart a new series.
Who is this man?
I'm her godfather.
Related.
Get back.
Wait, this is all sounding really familiar. Does anyone else remember the episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia where the gang goes to see a test screening of the new Thunder Gun film? Thunder Gun was the show's parody of Indy, and that movie also set up a passing of the torch from the main hero to his son, and the gang absolutely hated it. Anyway, there's some things to look forward to, however. It's not all terrible news. Disney as a company is, like we said, richer than God. That means they will undoubtedly have a ton of resources at hand, and we sincerely hope that they listen to feedback from those test screenings. We also hope they learn from the last film. It seems as though that is possible, since this film was reworked and rewritten a number of times, hopefully to get it perfect, and not because the story had no legs from the beginning. Perhaps throwing a huge budget at this movie will be enough. And guys, the Mangold guy, he also directed Logan, the last Wolverine film.
Love the beer.
So, at the very least, he knows how to wrap up a hero's journey. He did a great job with Hugh Jackman's Wolverine.
Come on, buddy, this isn't gonna be worth it. I know what you are.
You lost your money. You keep this up, you lose something else.
Come on, buddy.
We also will gladly welcome John Williams back as the composer for the score. He has certainly never let audiences down. Another big name is involved. George Lucas will be an executive producer. That has to count for something, right? He must be chomping at the bit to repair his reputation. The new Star Wars films, despite the fact that he had no part in them, have somewhat damaged his once stellar rep with fans. Well, that about does it, kids. There is a lot going against this film, and we have every reason to be worried. However, there are some things that could potentially save it from disaster. What do you all think? Can Disney pull off a comeback with this anticipated flop? Or do you think it will be as bad as everyone seems to think it will be? We would love to hear all your thoughts below. Do you have any hope for this project? Do you think there will be a spin-off series? Maybe with Fleabag? What about the rumors that Indy will be written out of the franchise? Reasonable, considering Harrison's age, or blasphemy? I tend to lean more toward the latter personally, but that's just my opinion. These films have meant a lot to so many people around the world, and a lot of those fans are upset over Disney's supposed safe filmmaking. While this may be the case, there's not a lot we can do about it, so we may as well enjoy the ride, right? Thank you all so much for watching, and please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so you never miss a new video from us. We'll see y'all next time, and peace out.